One alcoholic, one non-alcoholic. Welcome back, family travelers. Today we're at the Hilton Cancun, which is located just south of the hotel zone. It's about like a 20-minute shuttle ride from the airport, so it's pretty close to the airport. And we're doing all kinds of videos while we're here, lots of content, but today is all about being pregnant, as I am 20 weeks pregnant currently. So we're doing a whole video on being pregnant at an all-inclusive. Is it worth it? Is it not? We're gonna figure that out today. I feel like I need a non-alcoholic cocktail to start. Okay, it's probably it's crazy windy out here, so it probably sounds terrible, but I'm starting my day with a rose limonada, which I in fact don't know what all is in here. I think it's like cranberry juice, agua fresca, lemon or lime, something like that. It's very refreshing. They have a whole non-alcoholic cocktail menu, so even if you're pregnant or if you just don't drink alcohol, there are plenty of options for you. So we're hanging out at the pool today, me with my non-alcoholic beverages. Kids are playing in the, there's this whole splash park thing, and they spend like 90% of their time in the little spray shower thing that you use to clean your feet from sand when you come back into the pool area. It's only our kids, I tell you. But yeah, we're just hanging out, enjoying some refreshing non-alcoholic cocktails. Shade is definitely key when you are, well, for everyone, but especially while you're pregnant. Luckily, this resort has plenty of loungers and umbrellas available. And really, like, no matter what time we've come down here to the pool, there's always been places to sit open. So that's not always common at all-inclusive resorts or any kind of beach resort, really. People will play the little towel game, get up early and reserve a chair with a towel, but that doesn't seem to be the case here, which I love. The other thing is, we all know that hydration is the name of the game when you're pregnant, so you will take solace in the fact that they have plenty of water here, and it's all filtered, or they also have bottled water that you can get anytime. So just know if you're concerned about staying hydrated, water is everywhere here and you will have no trouble. Kids are upset because the splash pool area is currently closed down for Code Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Someone pooped in the pool.
Super sunny and hot and very easy to get sunburns here, as you, I'm sure, can imagine. I recommend packing and checking your bag so you can bring your own sunscreen, because it's not super convenient to leave the hotel area to go get sunscreen, and the store is very expensive here, so one thing to note, pack your own sunscreen, do yourself a favor, and apply it regularly.
What's the rush?
I've learned the hard way. Make sure you find a spot closest to the restroom as you possibly can, because when you're pregnant, you need it. I've moved on to a refreshing mono sucio, which is something made of chocolate and banana and frozen. There are a lot of pregnant women here, so you won't be alone. Olivia says we're sharing the desserts, so let's see how much sharing is done.
Yeah, right.
Can I have a decaf latte, and can I have the fruit tart and the cheesecake? I don't have a big enough belly yet to carry things over like this. Eventually, but not yet.
All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
So So the coffee shop is somewhere that I frequent a lot. This is day 4. I've come here quite often. And the reason for that is because you can get pretty much any coffee beverage you want made with decaf. So I have here a decaf latte, but you can also get cappuccinos. You can get your standard, black coffee. You can also get mochas here, iced. They have it all. So it's really nice if you drink decaf coffee. They also have regular too. If you're like, just want my morning coffee, you can get that also. But we come here quite often. The other thing that they have here, well, they have a variety of like grab and go food items. You can get like a ham and cheese sandwich, or like they have a cheese plate, salads, all kinds of stuff. But they also have desserts that change daily. So there's like 3 desserts and they kind of rotate through them. So the kids like it. The pregnant lady likes it. We'll see what, today we have a passion fruit cheesecake and a chocolate fruit tart. It appears to have fruit and some sort of chocolate covered
What the?
hazelnuts or peanuts or almonds or something.
What's inside? I want to see what's inside. What's inside?
I taste the lemon and I like it. Now let's try this passion fruit cheesecake.
Is it good?
I like it. It's cheesecake and the passion fruit is not overpowering.
But when I do this,
Nice pre-dinner desserts. Now that we've got our coffee, it's time for dinner. So, the food options at the resort and what can you eat when you're pregnant. This applies to everyone too. But so there are 3 different restaurants that you make reservations at. There's an Italian restaurant, there's a Mexican restaurant, and a steakhouse. There's also an Asian restaurant, but that one doesn't require reservations. That Asian restaurant has a lot of seafood. So I think pretty much the only like tricky thing about like coming to an all-inclusive or anywhere on vacation is if you're gonna eat seafood, because that's the only like, kind of questionable thing. Obviously depends on what your doctor tells you, but there is like a varying level of mercury content depending like what type of seafood you eat. So like tuna, you're not really supposed to eat that, or if you do, it's probably the only thing seafood-wise you'll eat that week. Whereas like scallops, shrimps, those are kind of like lower on the mercury content list, so you can eat a little bit more of that. So really seafood is kind of the only thing that you may want to just check out what types of things you can eat in advance. You also can, when you check in, they give you a QR code on your wristband and you can see all the menus. So you can like decide which restaurants you may want to eat at depending like what kind of foods they have. And you can check out, see what you might want to order in advance, and if you need to Google it or whatever, you can. But there are definitely things that you can eat pregnant. I mean, there's like vegan food to the, like they cater to all different like food sensitivities, food allergies, all of that. So there's plenty to eat, but you've got it all. You've got Italian food, Mexican, steakhouse type grilled food, Asian food, room service, grab and go at the coffee shop. So plenty of food options, but tonight we're gonna check out what this steakhouse has to offer. So we'll show you like some of the food options. All cheese, nice melty cheese. It's the next day. We had a fantastic dinner last night at the steakhouse restaurant, and actually like our group was in this little like, it was kind of like a private room with like an ocean view. It was really picturesque and awesome. It was like an awesome experience. The food was delicious. It was just all around a good time. However, I will say, if you're anything like me, one of the differences between coming to an all-inclusive pregnant versus not pregnant is that you are not a night owl. After dinner, I think it was 9:30 and I was in bed. That said, the bar closes at like 11 o'clock. The lobby bar, that's the latest one that's open here. So it's you won't find yourself like amidst a bunch of like party animals, because It's a little bit more laid back atmosphere here. I did want to mention a few things though, in terms of like when would be a good time to come if you're planning an all-inclusive vacation. I'm in my second trimester and I'm feeling pretty good. Tired is pretty much the only, issue that I have right now, which you're kind of like, you couldn't be on a better vacation for being tired because you barely leave the resort, if you leave the resort at all. So this is definitely a good kind of like vacation if you just want something more relaxing. And I'd say second trimester is a pretty good time to come. I think that's usually the recommended if you want to take a vacation while you're pregnant, because you're hopefully past like the first trimester, morning sickness and all that, but not yet in the third trimester where you just want the baby to come out. Other thing I wanted to mention is the mosquito situation. I know that when you are looking for a resort, whether it's Mexico, Caribbean, wherever you're going, you're kind of interested in like what the mosquito situation is and whether it's okay to travel with some like different mosquito illnesses and things out there. Check with your doctor. I checked with my doctor before we came to see if it was safe for me to travel to Mexico, and they gave me the thumbs up. Essentially, they just said pack bug spray and use it religiously, and then you'll be fine. So I've gotten, like a few bites here and there, but we've definitely been to resorts where the mosquito situation has been much worse. It's not real bad here. And the other thing is you may want to check to see like your health insurance, what it covers, just in case there's like an emergency. With pregnancy, you obviously need a little bit more regular medical care. So just a helpful thing to know, just in the rare event you might need it. But there's also a doctor on site, so you're in good hands here at this resort. I think those are the main differences from, being pregnant at an all-inclusive versus not. To be honest, like there's not that much that you have to, prep for. It's primarily just the same precautions you would take at home, staying hydrated, shade, rest. All of those things are super easy to do at an all-inclusive where you're just kind of like chilling at the resort for however long you're here for. But would I say that it's worth it to come pregnant or versus waiting till you're not pregnant? I mean, I think that it's definitely, there are times where like someone passes by with a glass of wine or like our entire group is taking shots. I'm glad that I have an excuse to get out of that. Let's leave it at that. But, there are times where like, you're like, oh, that looks really nice right now, but I can't have that. But that's not enough to stop me from wanting to come here. I think that this is a great place when you're pregnant to come where you can also relax. Now, we have 2 small children, so I don't know how much relaxing that we're actually doing, but of the vacation options that we have with 2 small children, this is probably about as relaxing as we're gonna get. It's just really easy to kind of chill here knowing you don't even need to leave the resort and you have everything here. So if you are looking for a good like vacation destination to come for like a baby moon or just whatever, just being pregnant, this is a good option. And they're all ages here. So we've come here with family. Everyone's had a good time. I highly recommend this resort. It's super nice, modern, almost brand new. It's less than a year old. So I would say that check it out. See if it's your thing, but all-inclusive when you're pregnant, I'd give the thumbs up. We are making other videos during our stay here, so if you are coming here with kids, stay tuned for that video. We also made some videos during our cruise, so if you want to kind of know the differences between like an all-inclusive when you're pregnant versus a cruise when you're pregnant, check out some of our past videos from that cruise because we kind of did the rundown of that whole cruise thing when we took our Disney cruise. And then we have some other pregnancy and newborn content to come. So we'll link down to some of the videos that we've already made, but stay tuned for some of our upcoming videos because, I'm sure we'll do some in the 3rd trimester. Make sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and stay tuned because we will have more baby content coming at you. Bye.